Well, what do you think, guys? Should we get a geeky? What is up, everybody? It's Garrett here with the EverGeeky spinoff. It's been quite a long time since I've actually done one of these, and if you're just catching the podcast portion of this, I am actually doing a video recording of this one, and I guess we'll see if it ends up on the YouTube page. I've not done this before. I've just been kind of messing with some stuff, just seeing if this will work. And we'll see what we get. But I don't, I've it's already the first week of February, and I was hoping to have already been doing these and doing the video and just really getting my creative stuff rolling this year with a podcast in general. And that hasn't happened, but in the middle of doing all this, I've been working really hard on. Sorry, I got hiccups absolutely out of nowhere. Anyway, I've just been really trying to get myself in a good headspace. And so far, I think I'm actually doing pretty good with things. One thing that I've improved on for myself, and I talk about this on the main show, but good lord, my dogs are fighting. One thing that I'm really working on is reading. I've been reading a lot, and my goal was to read at least one book per month, and I just about finished the Fellowship of the Ring during the month of January. I ended up finishing it like last week on like the 2nd or 3rd of February. So I'll give myself that I still finished it within that first month, and I am already rolling onto the Two Towers. I've been reading that while I've been donating plasma, and it's been great. I've really enjoyed reading again, and it's kind of nice to already have the experience of watching the Lord of the Rings movies a couple times each. I have not seen the extended versions, but I do know that those are on I believe they're on Max. So I'm hoping to watch those after I read these books and just revisit it and just see how much stuff that they kept from the books and what they added, took away, and all that kind of stuff. One thing I was kind of shocked with when I was reading, and the movies have been out forever. Like, I'm pretty sure that those original ones came out before I was done with high school, or pretty close to that. It's like 2006-ish. And the books have been out for way longer, so I'm not spoiling anything. But it was really weird to me that that the Fellowship of the Ring ended, and you weren't sure if Boromir lived or died. They really left you on a cliffhanger with that one, and just the way that Tolkien, wrote about all the different paths that are taken, all of the different areas and stuff, and how descriptive he was, and the way that they talked, which is way different than the movie. It's interesting, but I've been enjoying it, and I'm really looking forward to finishing this series, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I think after I finish The Return of the King, and I'm done with The Lord of the Rings, because that's all I have. I've got the 4, so I've got The Hobbit, already read that, and the other 3. I'm actually going to jump in and read fellow OddPods Media member, Aaron from BFYTW. He wrote a book called Thane, and I bought it, and I read the first couple chapters of it, and I was really enjoying it. But I don't think I'm mentally there to read more than one like book at once and keep it all like square. So I'm hoping to just give that book my full attention once I finish Return of the King. So that would be April's book, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how fast I can get through these. But I've got so many books. We've got two huge bookshelves in our living room that are full of books that I've been collecting for years, and I've never touched them. And I'm really looking forward to getting into more of that. I've got the Narnia series, His Dark Materials, I think, is that the Golden Compass and that? I don't remember what it's called, but I've got that series, a whole bunch of Stephen King books, and so many other things too that I've just bought and held on to in case I ever get the gumption to read. And I've been really enjoying it. It's been very relaxing for me, and I'm very much looking forward to keep it going. So if you got any like book ideas that you want to throw my way, definitely just send them my way, and I will, at the very least, consider it. If not, I will just read it. But yeah, that's that. So I don't think I introduced myself. My name's Garret. We're 6 minutes into this, and here I am. We're doing the geeky stuff. I got a couple things that we're gonna do. I haven't dedicated time to really researching these topics and writing a story organically, so we're gonna rely on Google Gemini, which has changed now from Bard. I don't know how I feel about that name change. I really liked Bard, although it does sound, there's something about it that's kind of odd, right? Like it doesn't sound right saying Google Bard. I don't know. It sounds kind of harsh. Google Gemini just kind of flows a little bit better. I don't know exactly how I feel about it yet. We'll see how it grows with me. But I think that change happened as we're recording this either today or like yesterday or a couple days ago. So fairly recently, Google Bard is now here. Or Google Bard is gone. Google Gemini is here. That's where we're at. So we're going to do another story through that and see what it can create. Gemini now has the capability to do art too, and it is wicked fast. I've done a couple art pieces through Gemini, and it's pretty good art, and it gets to you super fast. So I'm sure you'll see some of that maybe on our Instagram page if you're following the show there. At EverTrending Pod is where that is. So without any further ado, let's get into the first thing. This movie trailer just dropped within the last couple days. I've avoided watching it. I don't know exactly how I feel about this because the first movie, when the first one came out, and I'll tell you what it is in a second. When the first movie came out, my wife and I went to go see this in theaters, and it was one of the most awesome theater experiences I've ever had in my life. We went to go see A Quiet Place and walked into a full movie theater, popcorn, bunch of crunch, beverage, and I didn't want to eat anything. It was so quiet in there. It was crazy quiet. So to like open the little plastic bag and just be like, oh God, I'm ruining the experience for everybody. It was incredible. And I didn't get to see the second one in theaters. Saw the second one at home, and it was okay. I don't remember being as into it as that first one was, because even watching that first one at home still had that same like feel to it. Even if you knew what was going on, it still was really good at building that tension and keeping you like, oh, are they gonna like get it? And it didn't quite live up to the first one, but it's fine. It's still an okay movie, I think. But they just released a trailer for A Quiet Place Day 1. And without further ado, here we go. That was loud. Oh, damn.
Please! Please!
Dude, I'm up for that. It's got my boy from Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn. He's in it. That's exciting. I mean, sound design is really what makes these movies, and uh, it'll be interesting to see how this one goes from just the normal hustle bustle of everyday life to all of a sudden these things coming in and people figuring out exactly that they have to be quiet. Uh, I think when you look at like that first movie and how well they did everything, they left such a big uh, plot hole that maybe was answered in the second one. I don't remember. So if it is, please yell at me and correct me because I don't want to be wrong. But remember in the first, and I'm not, if you haven't seen these movies, stop listening or fast forward to the next thing. In the movie, when John Krasinski's character takes one of the children, I don't remember who, it must have been the son. I think it was the son. Uh, to the waterfall. And they're like, oh, there's just too much noise. We can just do what we want. It's like, well, why did you guys just not live there? You could have just set up shop there and carried on and did your other stuff. And I don't know exactly, like I said, I don't remember if there was anything else explained. Maybe they had to live on the farms. They can grow their own food and stuff. I don't know. But either way, like that first one had such good sound design and it really just made that movie work. And then the second one, it was a little more action than what you're expecting. So, and this one looks even more action than that one. And that makes sense because it's the actual invasion and everything like that. But it's going to be interesting to see how they tie this stuff in and how much more they're going to do with this franchise. I don't know what else you could really do with it. But anyway, still looking forward to it. It should be a good time. So there's that. The next thing that I have to talk about is Disney. And what they're doing is absolutely insane to me. Not what I was expecting at all. They are actually teaming up with Epic, and they're going to be in Fortnite. A whole bunch of Disney stuff is in Fortnite. Absolutely blowing my mind here because they are going to make this ecosystem, according to this article on Yahoo that I'm looking at, where you can go into like all sorts of different like worlds of Disney. Like they show in the trailer, they show like Marvel characters, they show Star Wars, they show like regular Disney and Pixar, all that kind of stuff. On this picture that I'm looking at for like the world of Disney, they have Lucasfilm, Marvel, ESPN, Disney Plus. Then they have World of Disney. They've got Pixar. I mean, it's just everything. There's Star Wars there in the background. It's going to be a lot, and I don't know how they're going to make this work. What exactly it's going to be. I myself, I haven't signed on to Fortnite in a long time. Uh, just because I have other games that I spent money on that I'd rather play than Fortnite. But I also prefer to play Fortnite with people that I know, and I don't know any people who play Fortnite anymore. But it's gonna be interesting. I'll probably check it out. I've been meaning to check out Fortnite in a while because they have like the Lego version, and then they have like Rock Band or Guitar Hero on there too. And I don't know how that works, but I just haven't looked at it yet. Um, but we're gonna check it out. I think that was all I can think of at the moment for geeky stuff. So what we're gonna do is we are going to step out for a minute. You're going to hear from one of our pals over at OddPods Media. And then when we come back, I'm going to have a story for you generated by Google Gemini. And we'll see what we got. Stay tuned. Hearing those ads and from one of our pals over at OddPods Media, make sure you're checking their show out. And make sure you're checking out everybody on the network. Visit oddpodsmedia.com and you can find all of us there. And make sure you're checking out everybody's shows. Everyone's just the best. I love those guys. So check them out. And here we go. I had Gemini come up with a story. It said, "Can you write a story about Fortnite, Disney, and A Quiet Place Day One?" Question mark. And Gemini spat this out. They titled it Fortnite versus the Silent Storm. And here's what they had to say. In the vibrant world of Fortnite, where reality and imagination collide, a new storm is brewing. Whispers of a terrifying silence spread through the island, carried on the wind from a hidden corner. The fantastical inhabitants, accustomed to battling cartoonish villains and reality-bending anomalies, are now faced with a threat unlike any they've known before. The sound-hunting creatures from A Quiet Place, Day One. As the first tendrils of silence snake their way across the island, the carefree atmosphere vanishes. The usual dance parties at Loot Lake are replaced by hushed whispers and panicked glances. The ever-present building frenzy grinds to a halt, replaced by a desperate race to soundproof structures with makeshift barriers. Meanwhile, far beyond the island's borders, in the fantastical realm of Disney, a young girl named Riley stumbles upon a strange glowing portal. Curiosity piqued, she steps through, finding herself transported to the beleaguered world of Fortnite. Riley, with her inherent optimism and resourcefulness, soon discovers the plight of the islanders. She recognizes the creatures from a recent movie marathon, and armed with her knowledge and Disney princess spirit, she rallies the Fortnite heroes. Together, they devise a plan to combat the silent menace. Using the island's unique technology and the heroes' diverse abilities, they create an elaborate soundwave symphony. From the rhythmic stomping of meowsicles to the melodic chimes of Drift's katana, that's meowscles, sorry. From the rhythmic stomping of meowscles to the melodic chimes of Drift's katana, they orchestrate a cacophony that disrupts the creature's senses and pushes them back. The battle is fierce, but the combined might of Fortnite's heroes and Riley's unwavering spirit prevails. The silence is shattered, and the island is saved. As Riley prepares to return to her own world, she leaves behind a newfound sense of courage and resilience in the hearts of the islanders. The experience leaves an indelible mark on both worlds. In Fortnite, the brush with true horror fosters a deeper appreciation for the island's peace. In Disney, Riley's adventure becomes a legend, whispered among princesses and pirates, a reminder that even the smallest voice can make the biggest difference. Typical Gemini story for you, just like when I was doing the Bard ones. The little sweet bow at the end is just, it always just makes me happy. I do kind of miss the AI stuff. Not doing too much with it, like I said, messing around with it here or there, but not relying on it on the main show. And I've really enjoyed the organic writing again. And like I mentioned at the top of the show, my goal this year was to really work on my creative ventures because uh, I kind of stopped doing that last year. And part of me wonders if that's why I got so damn depressed because I wasn't creating. Um, yeah, I wasn't like drawing, I wasn't doing music, I wasn't writing the stories, on the main show. We were just doing the AI stuff and um I think I need the creativity because I also wasn't doing much photography either. Uh I'm hoping to change that. And I've got some other plans in mind for the show and uh I'm hoping that sooner rather than later I can at least start one of them. I just have to give myself time, basically. But this right here, what we're doing right here, this is a start. This is a start to me just figuring out what exactly I need to do. I have tried to mess with this recording software for a very long time, and it took an upgrade to my computer to actually make this part work. So now I guess the thing is figuring out exactly how to edit this video and then zip it up to YouTube. I also need to figure out like a title screen because I don't know how to do any of that. I should probably clean my recording space too because this looks like ass. Um, but I mean, you can kind of see my whole game setup here is pretty sweet, right? I think so. Still trying to get my back wall, here completely figured out, and then that'll be kind of the end of it. But that's for another time. With that said, thank you so much for hanging with the show, entertaining us with your listens, and just being pals. Uh, I tend to look at listens and stuff far more than I should, and it still amazes me that people actually listen because there's literally infinite content out there for you to listen to, and it tickles me that there's people out there just like checking us out every week. So thank you, sincerely thank you for listening to us, and I'm hoping that in the coming years we can just keep entertaining you. So until next time, goodbye.